Right. I think we are already on air. We should be. Give me just a second. I need to check everything is okay here before I start, before I continue. Well, yeah, here seems like all is doing well. So I just pop this one. Just pop it out. And that will do the trick. I don't want it to consume my connection, of course. Just one last check and we start. Sorry guys to keep you waiting. Here it is. Okay, so it's working. It's working. Everything is working, so that's cool. So we start then. We roll the tape. So yeah, my name is Hightech, and on these live streams, this is the second live stream I record today. Well, actually, it's not today. It was yesterday, but I haven't gone to bed yet, so to me it's still today. On these live streams, I talk about what just happened today in the cryptocurrency market. What do I think? What do I think about it? And I also talk about high-tech meme coin. Why maybe you should be interested in it and get yourself $1 or two of it before it moons. So, and I haven't done one thing. I just noticed. Okay, let's leave it like this. Let's take a quick look if everything is okay here, but I think it should be. Yeah, I think it is. It is here. Okay. We can finally flip that screen. If you guys have any questions, of course. I mean, I would love to invite you to the live chat, of course. I don't know why I closed Rumble here. Hold a second. It's not supposed to be like that. Rumble.com. I've done it wrong because otherwise I would not see the live chat here. Yeah, and that would be a mistake. Okay, so just before I hit the bed, I decided to go live stream once again, and yeah, and let's say give my thoughts here about what do I see, is happening right now, and what should we expect this week because it's already Monday. So now I have a live chat literally everywhere. I have live chat from X, live chat from Rumble, Twitch, YouTube horizontal, and here YouTube vertical. So that's cool. So as you see, just like literally hours ago, I've got another double on MLN, which I have no idea what it is, but that does not, as you see, that does not uh, give me any obstacles. That's not an obstacle, an awareness of what that project is about to actually get profitable trades on it. That's the advantage of fully automated trading and your own trading system. So as you see, it's quite green, right? It's quite green. On Saturday, Friday, Saturday, I was saying that probably, actually even throughout the whole week, the whole past week, or the current week. I mean, for some of you, it's still Sunday. In my time zone, it's already Monday. So throughout the whole week, past 7 days, I was saying, yeah, probably we will just go sideways in most cases, and sometime towards the end of Sunday, we'll see the outcome market pumping, and this is literally what has happened, right? So kudos to me. If no one's tapping me on the shoulder. Sometimes I have to tap myself. That's the way it is, especially since, damn, YouTube is not showing my YouTube channel. And, I know I get a little bit of exposure like on Rumble, on Kick, on X, but it's nowhere near what you get when YouTube finally shows your content. There's like a vast, let's say, difference in between YouTube and anything else. So yeah, pretty much we went with this descending price action for most of the week. Then later we went sideways, and now we are trying to recover a little bit, especially on Bitcoin market and on altcoins. Yeah, somewhat similar. We were also descending here, then we went sideways, and now we are having a little bit of an uptick. But what counts is that we are sitting above a very solid support zone and a very thick one. Actually, even a double support zone, because there is this wide band, wide support band, and this thin support band. And we are actually above two of them. So that's extra powerful, so to speak. So yeah, my advice is strap in, fasten the seatbelt, because it's going to get much more aggressive, right? The G's will increase, right? Now we are at G1. It's going to be G10 within a few days from now. That's my forecast to you. Why? Because this market has been historically oversold on record-breaking level. It never has seen anything like that before. So it will be something very, very, very weird under various angles if it does not see a major sustainable rally that will last for at least a few weeks, right? And then the part of the year as well. Let's say, considering things from seasonality side, it also favors growth of this market. Usually around this part of year, the altcoin market is performing fairly well. Was there a fourth quarter in which the altcoin market was performing poorly? If there was, I don't remember. I've been in this space since 2015, and maybe memory is failing me, but I don't think there was any. Maybe one. It's late. If there was one, then mind that it's late where I'm at. I'm just I'm live streaming just before I put my head to the pillow. So yeah, it's looking good, guys. It's looking really good. It shouldn't really be complaining, in my opinion. But guys, if you have any questions, I would love you to tell me whatever. I love whenever my viewers interact. Give me something, right? Like even if you have nothing to say, just write me hi. That's cool too. And let me enable this one here as well. Okay, so now I have it a little bit more under control. Okay. Yeah, as you see, I changed a little bit the format of what you see in vertical mode. Now you see slightly more of my screen. That should, I think, work a little bit better. I mean, especially the size. You see wider angle of my screen, so that should help a little bit in understanding what am I talking about here, right? So yeah, let's go over to Bitcoin dominance and let's talk over what we are dealing with here. So as I said on my previous live stream, so far I think we have quite a strong case for this being an inverse Adam and Eve formation. Right now, as you see, this daily candle is printing green colors, but I think the more we move towards the rest of the day, it will probably get painted red. That's what I'm counting on here. That's what I think is much more probable. So yeah, it will take more or less this shape. A couple of more days, maybe a few more days. I think entering into Thursday, this formation will be fully complete, fully baked, fully cooked, and we will be ready for we're ready for the main dish, right? And it will be good because last Thursday already told us it's going to be a little bit boring at best, with a little bit of red. The one before that, of course, just gave us so much fireworks that this space had never seen. And last one wasn't best too, right? So charts literally owe us one. And I am highly convinced they will say sorry, right, and reward us greatly. All of that patience we had to have. So yeah, guys, and don't forget that the sponsor of the channel is Hightech Meme Coin, quote unquote sponsor of the channel. In the description section of this live stream, you'll find a link on YouTube to the tutorial explaining you how to get yourself, let's say, $1 worth or $2 worth of it, which I highly encourage you to have, especially if you're as a subscriber. Then you're like involved in the channel on a whole different level, because you literally have skin in the game. This is the only project I promote here, hence it translates to indirectly, of course, to a stock market of my social media, which is a cool idea, and I think it will get popularized. I mean, that approach will become quite popular once I prove it is indeed the best, let's say, business model for not only the creator but also for the public. So yeah, it's easy going at this hour, I see. Even though I'm live streaming from Miami, I mean, YouTube is live streaming from Miami, but on X I see there was no views yet, which is uncommon. Well, let's continue. Let's continue anyway. So yeah, that's how I see it here, right? So far, so good. We are on the right track. We are still, following the path, the right path. And when I will accept that this prediction was totally wrong, well, we would have to see. We'll have to see an aggressive green candle, close with the quite long candle body here on daily interval. Closed, of course, fully closed, fully, let's say, printed. And then it will be quite apparent that highly likely we are not dealing with this type of formation. And that will be very unfortunate for the altcoin side of the market, of course. But yeah, but it's unlikely. That's very unlikely. So I think you shouldn't be nervous about it. I know most of influencers are trying to convince you that we are literally standing in front of a bear market. That would be very weird if that's true. Very, very weird, extremely weird. So because of all of the technicals, right? Because of all of the let's say market mechanics, how let's say accumulation looks right now, or distribution looks right now, like what is the composition, like the ratio of accumulation versus redistribution, the market sentiment. It's just like literally 180 degrees, against what recently I see from biggest figures of the space, right? And hear them what they say. So, for example, okay, let's take a look at crypto fear and greed index. That's at 30, so that's very low. Yesterday was at 27, so that's very, very low. Altcoin season index still amazingly low at 25, only 25. So I think this thing is very ready to run, very ready to run. We literally have all of the points checked. All of the requirements are satisfied now to start a bull market for altcoins. I don't remember when it was this obvious last time. I think the last time we had anything that was coming close was during the COVID crash. Shortly after the COVID crash, it was really, really obvious that we are going to run up for at least weeks, and of course it turned out to be months, long months. And back then, the crash we had during that time in the atmosphere was nowhere close to what happened on Friday 10th. Literally nowhere close. So now market is much more oversold by order of magnitude, I dare to say. So let's take a look how liquidity heat map, what kind of picture it has for us. So yeah, pretty much nothing has changed since last time I took a look at it a few hours ago. Same concentrations of liquidity in the same zones. So as well, indicating that we should reverse. We should turn around, change direction from downward to upward. And seems like that process has already started. For now, it's a little bit sluggish, but don't worry not, it will get into a quite a nice pace. It will speed up. So yeah, on traditional market, tokenized SPY now is showing us, because several hours ago I was saying that this Saturday, Sunday, this coin is not giving us literally any insight into what TradFi is thinking, because it's very obvious that it was traded purely by volume bots. There was almost no to literally zero organic price action here, but with this sell-off, probably it looks like we are getting finally some real action here, right? So let me switch over to daily. So that was Friday. This is Monday. So for now, it looks like we are going to open SPY and S&P. Therefore, S&P as well, we are going to open higher than Friday close, right? Monday opening will have higher than the Friday close, so that's good. That's good. That's TradFi recovering. That's probably because I have seen Donald Trump has posted something about some talks with shipping that he's going to have. I don't know if he's going to meet with shipping, or I don't know, to talk over a Zoom call or something along those lines. That it doesn't really matter. But yeah, some of the tariffs will be completely nullified, and they'll keep negotiating. They'll keep negotiating. So yeah, maybe that's the reason. Um, who knows? Nonetheless, overall S&P 500 picture, market structure does not indicate this trend is about to end within days. If we're anyhow close to it, then we'll have to probably wait at least a couple of weeks. I don't think it's going to happen this month. Probably sometime. If it happens, it will happen sometime in November, I imagine. TradFi didn't really have much of a correction. I mean, that on Friday, market didn't really correct that much. The most, let's say, cannons were shot, were shot on the altcoin side of the crypto market, and that's it. All of the rest, the Bitcoin market didn't really suffer. TradFi didn't really suffer. On the altcoins got hit really, really bad, and that's due to a very, very specific manipulation that we never saw before. So shall I can subscribe, of course, if you haven't done so. And again, guys, if you have any questions, ask me in the live chat. It's always very nice whenever public interacts with the creator. So I highly encourage you to give it a shot. Yeah, here it's looking very decent, to be honest. It's looking very, very decent. Allow me to revisit that MLN USDT. So the coin that gave me a double today, it's still holding on. It probably goes much higher. Right now, it's just in the big picture, is actually a little bit of a recovery here, right? When I show you like this, it used to be way, way, way higher, right? The all-time high is at around $235, and right now it's at $14.27, right? So if it were to go back to all-time highs, that would be many X's, many X's. Share, like, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget. And also remember that you can indirectly invest in this YouTube channel and in all of my social media through the high-tech meme coin. This one here. In the description of this live stream, you will see a YouTube tutorial explaining you how you can get yourself a $1 worth, $2 worth, $3 worth of it. Something small, so you don't sweat it too much. You can let it sit, for some time. Investments like that usually turn out to be crazy good, especially in this space, in cryptocurrency environment. So yeah, let's take a look at numbers on CoinGlass and liquidations. Exactly how many people got liquidated today? How much capital? $104 million on Bitcoin. Mostly shorts were obliterated. Yeah, of course, because Bitcoin went up. Ethereum slightly less, 93 million. So yeah, I would definitely, first of all, I would discourage you from trading on futures market, on leverage. I think Friday 10th should have explained you that it is not the right path of dealing with this space, with opportunities that you get here. It gives you way too much vulnerability to price action, and there is no second chances like on spot market, where the price here can dip even minus 99%, but then it recovers like 80% of that dip, like it happened on Friday. So that's first, and the second, I got distracted, so I forgot. What I was talking about is because the hour is late. It's very late. The hour is really late. So, and on top of that, I keep tracking things here on the phone. Is everything okay? Apparently it is. Guys, if you have any questions, you just ask me. And what I was talking about? I was talking about liquidations, right? I was talking about, yeah, just don't trade on leverage, avoid it, and it's actually difficult to tell if these numbers are created by market makers. Are they just buying and selling from themselves on derivatives market, or is it a factual volume of people that still get liquidated? At this point, it's kind of difficult to tell, to be honest. Maybe even impossible. But if that's the case, that empowers even more the spot market right now. I mean, in theory, at some point, people should get so bitter with derivatives market that we should see some kind of how to call it, boycott of futures market, and at least for the time being, majority should switch to spot. I mean, generally speaking, majority of market participants, they should be sitting in spot, but it's of course, it's very tempting to think that from, I don't know, $10 you can become a millionaire, but you actually have much better chance of just getting yourself a lottery ticket rather than trading it, because probably lotteries are less rigged than futures market. So give it a try. Give it a try. I think you have much greater chances. So it will continue to be like that, right? I mean, anybody who is shorting this market, now I remember what I wanted to say. Yeah, don't short it. If you are on leverage market, I mean on futures market, at least don't short it, okay? Because this is a really bad time to short it. at least, at least, give it a long, give it a long, and don't over leverage it, right? And you should be fine. This time, this time you should be fine. You shouldn't get liquidated for at least few weeks to come. So at least you will make few screenshots on the way up, and that will be the value you get out of this situation, right? Of this story, some memories. Because at some point probably you will get liquidated. I mean, you will get liquidated anyway if you still haven't learned after Friday 10th. That's how it works. Futures is a casino. Stay away from it. You will never win there. I mean, you can have some successes. Let's say some nice streak of wins, but it will all end at some point. Spot is the completely different animal. Spot forgives a lot. A lot. Okay, let's take a look at my X timeline. Has any new story popped up? Fed just announced to host conference focused on Bitcoin and crypto payments tomorrow. What? That's interesting. I wonder what they want to talk about. That's weird, to be honest. We'll see. So, have they done a conference like this before? You know what? Let me ask Grok because that's weird. The post highlights the Federal Reserve's October 2021 Payment Innovation Conference in Washington, which includes sessions on stablecoins. Okay, stablecoins and tokenization, all right, and cryptocurrency integration into payment systems. Yeah, I keep telling you guys, stablecoin integration into TradFi. Forget about Bitcoin Reserve narrative or sovereign Bitcoin Reserve. Forget about it. That's nothing. To be honest, that's nothing. The biggie, the elephant in the room is stablecoin adoption by TradFi. That's like literally hundreds of times bigger deal than Bitcoin and Bitcoin sovereign reserve or Bitcoin strategic reserve, however you want to call it. I mean, those are two types of narratives, right? Bitcoin sovereign reserve, yeah, it will happen here and there, but will not be very large anywhere, even in the United States. You know, the largest reserves will end up probably in hands of particular states, not in hands of the federal government. And some smaller countries will have some, maybe two. Larger countries also, but again, not the amounts you hear about or you read about on X. Like I don't remember. Was I talking about it on my last live stream? Let me repeat it. I asked Grok about how much BlackRock holds of Bitcoin on their own balance sheet, and this is the answer: 6.15 Bitcoin. So you see, the largest, by far, far margin, the largest asset manager in the world holds 6.15 Bitcoin. Right? All of the rest, all of those impressive amounts of units that you can hear about, you can read about, that belongs to their customer base, right? So whenever you hear that BlackRock acquires a lot of Bitcoin, that's not BlackRock themselves, that's their customer base. The same is with selling. Whenever there are large amounts of sales, that's their customers, not BlackRock. So I mean, you tell me what you think about it that they hold 6.15 Bitcoin right on their own balance sheet. That's laughable. I mean, pretty much every single crypto influencer you know of holds more Bitcoin than BlackRock, right? So that should make you wheels with hamsters inside of your head spinning. Featuring images of Fed Chair Jerome Powell speaking at the Bitcoin logo, then from magazine contributor with low initial engagement. Okay, so he's just commenting about the state of the post. Was Fed making conferences like this before? Sorry, I don't know why I cannot type. Crypto and stable coins. Probably not. I think this is the first time they make this type of conference regarding this subject. I'll be surprised if they've done it before. Okay, Grok takes his time. Yes, the Federal Reserve has hosted multiple conferences and events focused on or including topics like cryptocurrency, stablecoins, tokenization. Okay, so it's not the first one. So probably, yeah. So it's not going to have a huge impact. Maybe a slight booster, but yeah, market is oversold anyway. So whatever will happen, as long as they do not criticize it, they do not, let's say anything very outrageous, very controversial. We will not see any kind of negative volatility today. But it's interesting. Yeah, it's a new thing. Just 36 minutes ago, this post has been written. So BlackRock expects Bitcoin and crypto market to grow rapidly. Yeah. So why won't they allocate themselves, right? Because they want to make money on fees. Bitcoin will have a very harsh correction after the peak is in, the top is in, just like every single cycle. But this time probably it will take much longer for it to get there. That's my bet. Yeah. Okay, guys. So allow me to wrap it up. I don't want to make it overly long. I don't want it to become boring. Um, I wanted to briefly comment on what we are seeing right now. Some coins are pumping. The market is looking better and better. And like I said, I'm highly convinced it will stay this way for the rest of the week. Of course, it's not going to go in a straight line up. Nothing does. But yeah, there will be a lot of green, very nice fireworks. If you were buying the dip, this week, this last week, or this week, depending on your time zone, there will be reasons for satisfaction. Yeah, that's how I see it. So thank you for the time, guys. Share, like, and subscribe. Get yourself a little bit of high tech. The link to a tutorial is in the description section of this live stream on YouTube and Rumble, and on X. It's in my pinned post on my profile, so you can find it there very easily. So thank you, guys, and I see you sometime soon. Cheers.